Hi, my name is Rick Kennedy, and I'm running for United States Congress here in the 17th District in Central Texas. Healthcare is far and away the most important issue to the people of Central Texas. And while our healthcare system is incredibly complex, what people want from healthcare is really quite simple. They want access to quality healthcare, and they don't want to go broke or bankrupt trying to pay for it. That's why I support the Medicare for America Act. Medicare for America will provide access to quality healthcare for all Americans. It will provide protection for bankruptcy due to healthcare costs. It will help us rein in the cost of prescription drugs by allowing the government to negotiate prices with pharmaceutical companies, and unlike other proposals, will not outlaw private health insurance.
SHN Live is an online audio and visual production company based out of Austin, Texas that specializes in broadcasting live events. Hi, I'm Carl Schoening, the Director of Broadcasting and co-founder of SHN Live. When my business partner Rob Hipp and I started SHN Sports in 2015, we made our slogan, "Your Team, Your Broadcast," because we envisioned bringing live broadcasting to undercovered sporting events as affordable as possible to schools and organizations. We started out with Georgetown ISD high schools and in 5 years have expanded to 6 states with over 30 affiliates, while also doing production for NCAA teams, conference tournaments, and even the NCAA Division II basketball tournament. In 2020, we rebranded to SHN Live as we provide resources and training for more than just sports. SHN Live is for anyone interested in any kind of online media production. We make broadcasting on our platform free, and we teach our affiliates how to most cost-effectively start broadcasting. If you have a computer, we can teach you the basics of live streaming today. If you become an affiliate, you can put on live streams that look and sound professional once you have collected all of our recommended equipment. And by being an SHN affiliate, we will provide sales support, audio and visual elements to improve your broadcast such as static and motion graphics, access to our Facebook SHN Live affiliates page, and on-demand troubleshooting and tutorial videos. You can also contact Rob or myself for help, and we'll get back to you free of charge. Rebranding in 2020, SHN Live started because of one question. Why pay third-party companies hundreds or even thousands of dollars a year for live streaming when you can own your own equipment and put on a professional quality live stream at any time yourself? With SHN's platform, you can control everything from who is on your broadcast to keeping 100% of your advertisement money sold. While SHN will try to sell advertisements with national companies across the network and then give a kickback to participating broadcasts. If you want your broadcast to look and sound the best possible, we recommend getting the SHN Live Academy subscription, where we teach you everything you need to know about online media production. For an affordable monthly investment, you will get a credit towards SHN services, access to monthly broadcasting webinars produced by SHN Live, monthly broadcast critiques, access to advanced SHN video tutorials where we teach fundamentals of broadcasting with experienced professional broadcasters, and how we create our audio and visual elements so you can make your broadcast more personalized, as well as discounted rates for our services such as making those broadcast elements, emergency support calls when service can be available, and enhanced sales support for your broadcast. If you want your events to be broadcast professionally and on your own budget, fill out the form below and we'll get you set up as an SHN affiliate within 24 hours. To get started today, check out our next video.
um, Players, Coaches, and Prediction Show for Mexia Sports Network. As usual, it's myself, Wallace High, James Dykler, and then we're joined today by Mr. Darian. You have to tell us your last name.
Degnard.
How you say it?
Degnard.
Darian. and Angel. Darian and Angel tonight. As they're part of the Black Hat football team. We're going to talk to them for a little bit before we move over into the next segments of our show. Fellas, thank you for joining us today. Appreciate y'all coming in and sitting and talk with us. Don't be shy. Talk to us. I think it's funny. We like to have fun and talk. Whenever we got the names of who was going to come and sit with us, and they told us Angel. I don't think anybody realized Angel, you by your name. And I know Denor said it himself. He goes, man, y'all should have just said the hype man. Because we always get to see you, hyping up the team, hyping up the fans and the crowd and stuff while you're out with the team. And it's always good to see you doing that. So moving in, guys, we're coming off of a bye week where we were able to have our open week. Rest up a little bit, heal up from little small injuries, and really get back, get some things worked out, getting ready to finish up our district push. As right now, you guys sit 2-0 in district and at the top of the district standings. How does it feel to know that you've been able to move into this portion of the season and you kind of flipped things over and got some things figured out, and now you guys are pushing your way on to the third portion of the season?
I feel like it's like this is a big impact on us. Like I feel like coming into this week, we have like kind of a chip on our shoulder, but then again, like we're backing it up. Like we made like small mistakes and all that back to back, like during preseason, but ever since then we made like the adjustment to that, and each week we just push, we just fix the little mistakes we can.
Yeah, I agree because it's been a wild season, even though like we still have like about almost a full season, but I'm not just proud of myself, I'm proud of not just the whole team, but the entire city of Mexia, because we've been working hard. We do have a chip in our shoulder, like it's been crazy, but now we've been fighting harder and harder every single week, including on bye weeks, so we can fix all the mistakes and recover, and we'll start a battle on Fridays.
So, one thing we've been able to see is the way you guys have progressed and seem to kind of not just get better through the season, but kind of really just kind of fall in line and buy into everything that's going on. And it's kind of showed in the way we've seen the progress from the team go throughout the year. You go from the beginning of the season where we were all just kind of expecting for us to start kind of meshing because we didn't get much of the preseason, and then our non-district win and losses weren't where we wanted them to be, and then you guys have flipped it over to go 2-0 so far. Our last game was against I went blank against Van, and we came out and you guys played a really good game against them over in their own home territory. So you talk to us a little bit about that game.
That game really meant a lot to us. Like that game right there really set the tone for us.
Yeah, that game, like we're proving everyone in the state of Texas that we're making a statement right now that we're not just a team, we're just the whole program right here. Mexia Athletes is the whole program. We're coming for anyone who's in our past.
And that's where a lot of spectators they can't comprehend a losing record going into the playoffs. For the simple fact, a lot of them don't have hard non-district play like we did. We went 1-5, and which it could have easily been 5-1. But y'all coming into the district this year, I basically said district's going to go through Bullard and Van. I thought that was going to be y'all's two main competitions to make sure that y'all put a W up on the board. But going in against Van, a team that y'all haven't seen play in person, could have been bad. But y'all came out onto the field with your chest pumped out. But y'all deserve to be able to walk like that because, like Wallace said, y'all starting to mesh together. Y'all starting to come together. But how do y'all keep y'all's main focus knowing that we still have to beat Bullard, knowing the playoff game like we had last year? It was a crazy playoff game, knowing that they're still going to be a good team. But we don't get too far ahead of ourselves thinking that, we've already won state just because we went 2-0. How do we keep our composure going into these last two district games?
I think we just take it one game at a time. Like, we don't focus on the future games and all that. Just take it week by week. We just get our main focus on that week, get our plays in and all that. We just get ready for Friday.
Same thing.
So speaking of that, that brings us up to this week. We've had the long layoff with the open week last week, and you guys have had 2 weeks off now, and 2 weeks of practice preparing for Bullard. With the last two games, right now you guys have clinched the playoff spot, but you're playing for the seeding in the playoffs, and you're playing for a district championship, which I know you guys would take a lot of pride in winning a district championship this year. And the first step to that is beating Bullard. So what are some of the things that you guys have really just keyed in on going into this week's game?
Just fixing little mistakes week by week. We could take win by win by win, but there's still one little things we can make better than we didn't do last week.
Every week we have to get the energy, every practice, no matter what, because we need to fix all those minor mistakes. We have to keep progressing every single week. Every week, we have to focus on the main week. We're not just focusing, we're not focusing on the future teams and our opponents, but we have to focus on our week. This week we're facing Bullard, that's what we're focusing, and then next week we got Cannon, but now we're facing Bullard, so it's a progress.
And it's important not to look ahead of yourselves, as you said. Next week we have Kenton, but this week we have Bullard. Mm-hmm. So, what do y'all do whenever things seem like they're starting to go bad on the field? What's y'all's responsibility as hype men to make sure that the team keeps focused, stays focused, and stays hyped for the game?
I tell them that, I tell my brothers over there, keep your heads up. We ain't done. It's 48 minutes of battle. We ain't stopping it. We're stomping on the pedal. We ain't getting no breaks. We're stomping all the way. We're keeping our heads up. If it goes wrong, we're keeping our heads up all the way because that's what I do. I encourage my brothers no matter what. Even the highs and lows, we play football.
Well, guys, we want to thank you all for sitting in with us and talking to us. Like we always wish you all a good week and best of luck on Friday night. We'll be there, calling the game and rooting you guys on. So thank you again. Go Black Cats. You guys get ready to take on Bullard this week.
And it's a year-long program.
Milestones and moments that become memories to last a lifetime. Brandy Garza at Photo Trappings Downtown Mexia is here to capture all of your milestones and moments, offering newborn, children, seniors, family, and special occasion photography. Visit Photo Trappings on Facebook for all the latest specials and mini sessions. Photo Trappings, 115 East Commerce, Downtown Mexia. Call or text 254-562-PICS. Simpson Fireworks supports Mexia Black Cat football and athletics. We have items for all occasions, including gender reveals, weddings, 4th of July, and New Year's. For more information and to stay up to date, please visit our Simpson Fireworks Facebook page. Go!
Big Drip Fashion Hall is now open in Mexia. Big Drip offers a variety of the latest styles of urban clothing, serving boys and men of all sizes from toddlers to 6XL. Big Drip Fashion Hall is guaranteed to meet all of your fashion needs. Come check us out, 1335 East Milam Street in Mexia, across from Hibbett Sports.
Mexia Insurance Services proudly supports Mexia ISD, the Mexia Black Cats, and the Mexia Lady Cats. Located at 811 Milam Street and serving the Tri-County area insurance needs for over 30 years with coverages for auto, home, business, life, health, and renters as well as bonds. Call today for a free quote and a review of your current coverage. 254-562-3894. Go Cats!
Heritage Real Estate LLC, voted by readers of the Mexia News as the best real estate company and best realtor for 2020, is proud to support the Mexia Black Cats. Broker and owner Mitzi Eves, as well as Heritage Realtors Pat Adams and Kelly Lauderdale, are all graduates of Mexia High School. Together, Heritage Real Estate LLC realtors have over 30 years of real estate experience, are very involved in the community, and are dedicated to their clients. Heritage Real Estate LLC works with sellers, buyers, and investors for residential, lake properties, lots and acreage, and commercial properties in Limestone, Freestone, Leon, Robertson, Navarro, and the surrounding counties. You can find Heritage Real Estate LLC listings on Realtor.com, Zillow.com, Trulia.com, and many other websites. Call Heritage Real Estate LLC at 254-562-7899 anytime for help with all your real estate needs.
If you've not accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, if you've strayed away and are lost, if you need a church to call home and family, please don't put it off any longer. Your next breath is never promised. Visit Pastor James Deichler at Forest Glade Baptist Church, 4277 North Highway 14 in Mexia. He preaches straight from the Bible and never waters down the gospel. Church services are Sunday mornings starting at 10:45 a.m. A church that strives to advance the kingdom of God. Come be a part of this family.
Sponsored by Mexia Sports Network, Greer and Greer Mobile Detail, Woodman Life, Subway, Joe Fridays, Elizabeth C. Ferrari Realtor, and Big Drip Fashion Hall.
All right, and we're back with our coaches show for week 10. We're here with some of the Mexia Black Cat football team coaches. Again, it's Wallace High and James Deichler. We're here with Mr. Landry Harrison and Coach Darius Dorsey. We're going to sit and talk with these guys for a few minutes, and we're going to thank you all for coming in and sitting with us. You want to tell everybody what all you coach?
The other offensive line coach, I know, had Coach Tucker on last week, so me and him, we split that duty.
And I'm on the defensive side, so I'm outside backers and I help with special teams.
Okay. Well, just kind of hopping on in there, guys. You know, a couple weeks ago we faced Van prior to our open week, and you know, we got a big win there in the district, and we moved ourselves to 2-0, and you guys are standing at the top of the district right now, and you know, seen some good things and some big positives from the players and you guys over the last few weeks. You know, heading into the bye week, and you know, if you're like me, sometimes you get that momentum rolling, and you put a couple wins together, and then that bye week sneaks up on you, and you're like, man, we don't want the bye week right now. But how did it go throughout these couple weeks that you guys didn't have a game? I'm not going to say that you had off, because we know you guys were practicing, and you as coaches were preparing for the game this Friday. So how did these past couple of weeks go for you guys?
Well, you know, Van, that was a huge win, just taking that step forward, you know, to reaching our goals. But you know, celebrate it. It was a good win. But hey, that Monday, we're on to Buller. You know, we're getting ready for this next one. And like you said, it's not an off week. It's a work week. Just don't have a game. But you know, the kids came in Monday. They were ready to put Van behind them. They were ready for Buller.
It's a good time for our kids to recuperate as well, especially with all the tough games that's been going on recently. We had a really tough schedule. Also being able to get back in the weight room and start getting stronger again. Also being able to start getting the game plan a lot earlier. That's important as well. Yeah, that's really it.
You know, we're highly impressed of the quarterback play and running back and receiving playing. But what's been more impressive coming around, and you're starting to get more notice of, is the offensive line starting to mesh together and get this system down and get more confident. You see the confidence week by week by week. What has been the main struggle as an offensive line coach that you've had to help prepare these kids for this new system?
Well, you know, we're asking them to do something that they really haven't done before. You know, blocking in the spread is a little bit different than blocking in a slot T offense. So, you know, early on, you know, we're trying to move people around, put them in the right positions for them to be successful. You know, we have some kids that, you know, aren't in that starting five, but you know, they're still rotating in. But that's the biggest thing, is we had to find the 5 kids that, you know, are going to do everything we ask. They're going to sell out, do everything they can to, you know, to win. So finding those 5 was the big key thing for the success we're having now.
Well, and Coach Dorsey, I know you're more along the lines of the defense and special teams. You know, we say it every week. You know, we've seen some different offenses just about every game, and you guys saw Van last week where they really spread it out, threw the ball around a lot more than we've seen all year, and then they had some impact players, but you guys were able to do a good job in I'm not going to say shutting them down, but really making sure that they didn't have those games that they've had in the past few weeks this season. So, you know, hopping from that game back then into this game this week, from what I've been told, that we're going to see a lot, you know, the spread again, and they're going to throw it even more than we saw against Van. So what are some of the things that you guys have been looking at going into the Buller game?
Well, it's an easier transition going from a spread team to another spread team, of course. Especially since most of the teams we play against like to run the ball. Now seeing more teams that like to pass the ball, our kids are used to seeing the ball go in the air a lot more. And so with that, we've been working a lot more zone drops and still working with everything else we need to do. But our kids have really been able to transition and learn new stuff on the fly, especially with the weather, since it's been cold outside. So
Yeah,
our kids are awesome. So anytime there's a sudden change or anything that changes, especially with weather, they're able to adjust to it. no matter how much cold it is or how freezing their hands are. So they're awesome.
James usually likes to ask that question at the end about the weather. But you said that you get to coach the outside backers, and when you play teams that like want to be in the spread and they're going to throw it around, it really lets those guys off the edge. Kind of like we used to say, pin their ears back and go get, meet at the quarterback and party.
Yeah.
And I think we've talked about it, how those guys seem to be built for that. So is that something that your guys are looking forward to this week?
Our kids are really excited for this week. They're ready to fly around. They're ready to just get going. We have kids that just want to go. That's it. They don't like just being flat-footed. They like to be able to go forward. So this would be an exciting week for them. Can't wait to see them play.
Now I know a lot of coaches, when they come out of college, they don't get the opportunity at the beginning or maybe later in their career to be able to coach the alumni where they graduated from. How does it make y'all feel to be able to have a new program come in and be a part of that rebuilding process and having it be successful, other than having to be outside the gate and watch the process float along? How does that make y'all feel to be able to be a part of that rebuilding process and be successful in that rebuilding as Mexia Black Cat alumni?
Well, I mean, it's something I definitely take pride in, especially with having the kids that we have. It makes it, way easier on me and the other coaches. They truly care about us. We care about them, and like I said to me, it makes this job a lot easier. And like I said, I'm from here, so I've been in the shoes that they're in now. I'm not that old, so it wasn't that long ago. But just to be around them in this program, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else right now.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat with Coach Harrison here. We graduated together. And so something else that I'm able to apply to the kids is being able to go to a successful D3 college with Mary Harlan Baylor and being able to play there and being able to take the knowledge I learned from there, from playing in several national championships, and tell the kids about what they need to know for college, what they need to know to how to get there, what's going to happen whenever they do get there, how to be more successful on the field and the classroom. So I feel like being able to share my knowledge about that is really big for these kids, and especially for their futures, since a lot of these kids are wanting to go on to play college football or whatever they like to do. So I like to be there for them. Let them know anytime they got questions, I'm there for it and ask them whatever. So.
Well, we're proud to have you guys back here with us and out there coaching, from another alum. It's good to see other guys that have been out there and strapped them up as Black Cats really work with the current Black Cats and then the future Black Cats that are coming. So just getting back to it, we've talked basically about the game a couple of weeks ago and then our off week and then the game that's coming up this week, and prior to last week, it seemed like this game was going to have larger implications than some may think it does, but at the same time, it's still very important because even though we've locked up a playoff spot, now we're playing to see what seed we're going to go in, and I mean, it's no secret that you're trying not to go in as one of those lower seeds and have to face a top seed out of the other district. So these last two games are important, especially this game coming up against Bullard. They went down to Van a couple weeks ago, so they're chomping at their bits, not wanting to lose another one because they're in the same thing, not wanting to fall deep into the seeding. So how do you keep that importance? How do you stress that importance to the players and throughout the week that, hey, we know that we're at the top of the district right now, but we need to stay there?
Well, I mean, like you said, it's no secret how big this game is. I mean, this week and next week, but right now the kids are very smart. They know what's on the line. They know if you win, you're setting yourself up. I mean, that's a good thing about it right now. We control our own destiny right now. So we don't have to worry about, if they win, if they beat who, or whatever. If we win, we take care of our business, then we control what happens. And the kids know that. So, just stressing it all week to them, like, hey, this is what you're playing for. Don't sleep on board because, I think we did last year and we saw what happened. They're going to come to play. They're going to play their best game. But if we take care of our business and do what we're supposed to do, then we'll be fine.
We try to emphasize to our kids to always play at a higher standard than everybody else does, to never lower their standard no matter who we play. And so as long as our kids realize that and they understand that they can't lower their standard no matter who we're playing, we'll be fine.
And speaking about the game last year, it's a whole nother year. We like to say, it's a whole nother team, but I mean, we're not blind or oblivious to the fact that these two met in the playoffs last year, and it was a very close and testy game there, and it came down to some last-second plays being made by the Black Cats, as the Black Cats were able to win that game and move on. We returned a lot of kids that played on that team last year, and I know Bullard has some as well. And are you expecting for it to be one of those games where you have some? Well, I'm not going to say it's football, so you're always going to have animosity towards the people you're playing because you're hitting each other. Yeah. But if there's that little bit of added emphasis. Now I know it will be on the Bullard side, but for us, how big do you feel the kids are seeing this game? Not just as being a game that they're playing for, to lock up a district championship, but for Bullard, it's a revenge game, and are our guys seeing that as that, okay, they're going to come in to get their revenge?
Well, I'm sure they do. I know there's a Bullard coach, he tweeted out a few months ago, he won the rematch. So, again, our kids saw that, so that they know that Bullard's going to want to come in and beat us. And I know that. Coach Dorsey, we all know it because of last year, what happened last year. It is a revenge game for them because they know what's on the line too. They like you said, they don't want that 3 or 4 spot going to the playoffs. They want good seeding too, and so they're gonna come to play.
I feel like Mexia has a long tradition of rivalries, and so right down the road was Groesbeck, Texas, and we've been playing them for the longest. And we've been betting the button heads since I was in high school and junior high. And so Bullard is just another opponent that think they can butt heads with us. That's all it is. Groesbeck always thought they could butt heads with us for the longest, but Bullard will find out soon that we're the wrong team to mess with.
Right. I got a question for you, Coach. Outside of the game against them, usually the Mexia Black Cat offense, they're not an offense that's going to drive the ball for 10 plays on a possession. Last week, we saw Mexia chew up clock and keep the ball out of the Vandals' hands by either getting turnovers or having a long possession on the field. Are there times out there that how quick the offense can score?
Yes.
That whenever you say, y'all, please don't score right quick. My big men need a rest. They playing too much on that field. Are there times that you're like, hey, see how much time you can waste, give my guys some rest?
Well, playing in high school and playing college, I realized how hard it is playing both ways, especially being on a team that's very explosive. But our kids, they're conditioned enough, and we really stress conditioning with all our players. And so I don't mind us scoring 60, 70 points and us going back out there and kicking some more butt. So I really don't have a problem with that at all. The more points we can put on the board, I'm happy with it.
Just keep them from putting points up.
Exactly, that's all it is.
Don't ever want to take points off the board. So, guys, we've sat here and we've talked with you. We don't want to take up your whole night because I know y'all are like me. We can talk football all day and all night. But we want to thank y'all for coming in and sitting with us. And if y'all have anything else y'all would like to say, you can now. If not, we want to say thank you guys. Good luck this week. Go Black Cats. Looking to bring home another W against Bullard.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mexia Sports Network would like to send a big thank you to our sponsors. Some may know and some may not know this business is funded by the owner and co-owner. However, we do offer sponsorships during sports seasons. When you sponsor a spot on the Mexia Sports Network, you get advertisement during live games. Also, your sponsorship assists in obtaining shirts for our announcers and equipment that is used to bring you better services. Thank you all to past and present for your support.
For over 20 years, Rachel Anderson Real Estate has been synonymous with residential and country lifestyle real estate in Limestone and the surrounding counties. Whether selling or buying, Agent Elizabeth Ferrari can help. Visit ElizabethCFerrariRealtor.com or call 254-747-1602. Real estate market knowledge, passion for helping clients.
All right, and we're back now with our prediction shows for Week 10. Again, it's myself, Wallace High, and James Dykler. We're being joined now by Denora Sandals and Vance Rose. Guys, we're going to get into this. It's going to be hard for us to pick some of my teams this week. But, but we're going to do the best that we can. Our first game, starting off in our high school division, is going to be the number 1 Mart Panthers. Will be hosting the Bremond Tigers in a yearly rivalry game there between Mart and Bremond. Who do you have, James?
I got Mart taking it 46-28.
I'm going to go with Bremond 28-21.
I'm going with Mart 62-32.
I'm going with Mart as well, 63-35. Vance is going with the upset this round.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey.
Woo.
Hey.
All right.
If anybody can beat them, it'll be this team.
Yeah, I think that'll be the only one around here in their classification that will, but I don't know if Bremond's going to be able to pull it off. We'll move over to another rivalry game over in the Waco area as the Midway Panthers will be at home against the Waco High Lions. James?
I think both of these teams have been more impressive than what people thought they were going to be at the beginning of the year. But I got Midway taking this one 28-20.
Well, I'm going to take Midway 28-14.
I got Midway 27-20.
And I have Midway in this one 28-21. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Waco High's been more impressive this year than we thought. Midway's kind of on a down year, but they're rebuilding and that, you know, they're trying to get themselves going, but they're in a tough district to have a down year in. So we'll move on over down I-45 to Corsicana as the Greenville Lions will be coming down to the can to take on Corsicana Tigers.
I'm going to give Corsicana this one 28-26.
I'm going to take Corsicana 28-7.
I got Corsicana 20-0.
And I have Corsicana in this one 35-7. So moving on over, Caldwell Hornets will be traveling to face the Lorena Leopards. James?
I think Lorena will take it 27-17.
I got Lorena 35-21.
I got Lorena 31-20.
And I'm taking Lorena 28-14. So next we'll go over to Whitney as the Wildcats play host to the Maypearl Panthers. James?
Whitney's going to take this one 26-20.
I got Whitney 28-21.
I got Whitney 30-6.
And I'm taking Whitney in this one 27-21. Next we'll go over as Marlin will be at home this week and the Axtell Longhorns will come over to play them.
And Axtell's not that bad this year, but I'm still going to take Marlin 30-14.
I'm going to take Marlin 35-14.
I got Marlin 35-7.
And I'm taking Marlin as well, and I think Marlin will get a big victory here. And I'm going to give them 35 points also like everybody else, and I think Axtell will put up 14. Next, moving on, we'll go over as the Waco University Trojans will welcome to town the Everman Bulldogs. James?
I'm taking Everman 33-17.
Who are we picking now?
Everman and University.
Okay. I got University 14-7.
Oh.
I got University 27-14.
And I took Everman in this one in a close one, 21-20. So next up, we'll have a big game over another rivalry over in the Waco area, as the Conley Cadets will be traveling about 10 miles to China Spring to take on the Cougars. Who do you have in this one, James?
I don't think Collins' defense can contain China Springs, but I'm still going to give them a good fight. But I'm taking China Springs 28-21.
I'm going to take Conley 35-28.
Well, I got China Spring 28-24.
I'm taking Connolly in this one as well, Vance, and I'm going to give the Cadets a 28-21 victory. I think they have a lot of speed and some guys that can really fly around and make some plays over there, and it'll be a good game nonetheless. That's going to definitely be one that I'm checking in on Friday night. Next, we'll just Well, it'll be a team that's right down the road again, but they'll be on the road this week as the La Vega Pirates are visiting the Alvarado Indians. James?
La Vega 42-7.
La Vega 40-14.
La Vega 55-6.
La Vega 48-14. La Vega's coming off of a tough one last week, so I feel sorry for whoever's gonna have to take the brunt of that one. Next, we'll go on over to Calvert as the number 4 Trojans are at home against the Apple Springs Eagles.
And I'm taking Calvert for 2 reasons. They're number 4, and I have no idea where Apple Springs is at. So I'm taking Calvert 35-14.
I'm gonna take Calvert 68-48.
I'm with you, James. I don't know who Apple Springs is, but Calvert, I got them 63-23.
And I'm just like all the rest of y'all. I couldn't tell you if you gave me a map where to find Apple Springs.
I think Apple Springs is over close to Glen Rose, somewhere in that area. I think. I'm not sure.
Well, I hope it's not too far because I think Calvert's gonna put a good whooping on them this week, and I have the Trojans winning this one 77-35. And then, all right, so moving over is the number 10 Norman G. Panthers will be on the road against the Centerville Tigers, as that's a pretty good little rivalry in itself over there for that district.
I got Norman G 40-14.
I got Norman G 28-21.
I got Norman G 35-14.
I have Norman G in this one as well, and I think it's going to be a close one. The Centerville's got a good team over there, and they've been playing some good ball, but I think the Panthers are going to take it 35-28. So moving on over to down to Hubbard, as the Jaggers will be at home against the Chilton Pirates.
Wallace, I lied to you. I took Chilton on this one, 28-10.
I took Chilton 35-7.
I took Chilton 28-14.
And I didn't get a chance to look them up, but I'm going to be the lone Hubbard pick this week, and hopefully they'll get an upset. As I took Hubbard 21-17. Yeah, James led me astray on that one.
Right. Chilton played Bremont tough Monday to the second half.
Oh, man. Well, then hope maybe that took it out of them.
Yeah.
So going on over, we'll travel over to Harker Heights as the Knights take on the Temple Wildcats.
I got Temple taking this one 30-10.
I got Temple 28-7.
I got Temple 28-6.
And I'm taking Temple pretty big in this one as well, 35-10. So we're going to go up north for this pick, as the Keller Indians will be traveling over to South Lake to take on the Carroll Dragons.
I'm taking the Dragons 28-14.
I got the Dragons 35-7.
I got the Dragons 27-13.
And I'm taking South Lake Carroll as well, 38-21. And we'll move a little bit, come back down south, down 35 a little bit to Grandview, as the Zebras, well, actually we're going to go to Glen Rose, as the Zebras will be traveling to Glen Rose, as will be number 2 Grandview versus number 10 Glen Rose Tigers in this one.
I'm taking the Zebras 27-17.
I'm going to take Grandview 28-21.
I got Grandview 38-20.
I'm taking Grandview in this one as well, and I'm going to say 35-21.
Is this a makeup game or something?
Maybe so, I think.
Yeah, because Glen Rose is 4A Division II, aren't they? They're in there with Hillsborough, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I may be wrong, but I'm thinking Glen Rose and Hillsborough in the same district.
Maybe so.
And Grandview is a 3A Division I, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Unless Glen Rose dropped this year. I don't know.
But
I have to look it up. You wouldn't think you would make up a non-district game in the middle of district.
Yeah.
But
I thought maybe they had a whole other schedule somewhere. Both of them just got together because, we was going to play Fairfield at one time, and that fell through. So.
Well,
I'm gonna look that up.
Okay. So moving on down, we'll move over to Duncanville, as the number 2 Panthers take on the Mansfield Tigers?
I'm gonna take the Panthers 42-10.
I'm gonna take them 35-14.
I got them 52-7.
I knew it was gonna be 50 something.
You hung up on 50.
Yeah, old Duncanville.
I'm kind of like Dino in this one. I think it's going to be a big one. I got them winning 56-20. So, Duncanville came off. Was it last week when they played
Waco High?
Oh, they played Waco High.
Yeah,
was it the week before when they played IMG or whatever?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, they lost then.
Well, I'm sure Waco High didn't.
They gave Waco High.
Yeah. Next, we have a pretty good matchup over here. I believe they're 3A. As the number 5 Mount Vernon Tigers will be taking on number 6 Pottsboro, as the Cardinals will be visiting Mount Vernon. Ooh, excuse me, James.
I'm taking Pottsboro 30-28.
I'm taking Mount Vernon 28-14.
I got the Tigers 24-21.
And I'm taking Mount Vernon in this one 28-14. Next, and I think this is the funny one for all of us this week, is none of us knew where Lockney was and couldn't remember Roscoe, but then we figured out where Roscoe was. I still can't tell you where Lockney is.
I've never heard of Lockney. Evidently they're playing football somewhere.
But the Lockney Longhorns will be traveling to Roscoe to take on the Plowboys.
I put this game in there because my stepdad, he's an alumni from Roscoe. He's been helping us out at the church, so I figured I'd give him a shout out for his Plowboys. But I'm not going to give his Plowboys the win. I'm going to take Lockney 35-7.
I'm going to take Roscoe 28-12.
Well, I got his Plowboys 28-20.
Well, I got a little inside information on this one, and I'm going to take the Lockney Longhorns.
Oh.
Big in this one.
You don't know where they are, but you got some information.
Yeah, you got some information.
I found out that one is undefeated and the other one is winless.
Well,
that's where it comes from.
It might be that diamond in the rough, right?
It'll be.
It's Halloween close to
we'll
it.
look up. Strange things happen. They might get their first win of the season this week. But now we'll move back up to North Texas, as we'll see McKinney North Bulldogs going over to Mesquite to take on the West Mesquite Wranglers.
I think this is going to be a close game. I'm going to give the Wranglers the win 23-17.
I'm going to take them to win 28-21.
I got the Bulldogs 30-21.
And I'm taking McKinney North as well to win this one 27-21. Next, we'll move over into our district, as we'll have the next 2 games will be in our district. We'll see the Canton Eagles go over to Van, down the road to Van, to take on the Van Vandals. How do you have that one coming out, James?
I got the Vandals winning 28-24.
I got them winning 35-14.
I got Van winning 40-20.
Oh, dang, you didn't think it was going to be close at all, did you?
Nah.
Well, I think it'll be a little bit closer, but I do have Van winning this one 35-21. And then we'll bring it up to our big one for the high school ranks, as the Mexia Black Cats will be at home this week against the Bullard Panthers.
I got the Black Cats taking this 35-26.
I got them taking it 35-14.
I got them taking it 42-21.
And I have them taking it 35-21. So we're gonna take just a very quick break, and then we'll be back with our college portion of our prediction show this week. And we'll be right back in about 30 seconds.
college.
All right, and we're back now with our college portion of our prediction show. Jumping right on in, we'll have number 19 Marshall traveling to take on Florida International.
I got Marshall taking this 28-17.
I got the Florida team winning 28-21.
I got Marshall winning 28-16.
And I'm taking Marshall in this one 27-17. Next up, we'll have the number 1 Clemson Tigers at home against the Boston College Eagles.
Clemson 42-14.
Clemson 28-14.
Clemson 49-17.
Clemson 49-21. And next, number 13 Michigan will be at home playing host to the Michigan State Spartans. You know, that's a big rivalry between the Spartans and the Wolverines. So who you got, James?
I got the Wolverines taking it 30-20.
I got Michigan 35-28.
I got Michigan 28-26.
And I got Michigan in this one 28-24. Next up, we'll have number 5 Georgia Bulldogs on the road against the Kentucky Wildcats.
I got the Bulldogs taking this 35-7.
I got them taking it 28-7.
I got them 55-7. Georgia going right over.
I do have the Bulldogs in this one as well. I think they'll win it 42-21. And next, moving down, we'll have number 7 Cincinnati taking on the Memphis Tigers.
I got Cincinnati taking this 28-17.
I got them taking it 35-21.
I got them 33-20.
And I got the Bearcats winning 24-17. Next, we'll move to the Big 12 as Kansas is at home against the Iowa State Cyclones.
And the Cyclones are going to take this 28-20.
I got 28-7 Cyclones.
I got Iowa 31-7.
And I think Iowa State's gonna win this one 38-7. Kansas is gonna struggle. They've lost their biggest playmaker after he opted out. So moving down, we'll stay with the Kansas theme as the Kansas State Wildcats will be traveling over to West Virginia to take on the Mountaineers.
I got the Wildcats taking this 27-14.
I got them 28-21.
I got the Wildcats 35-21.
I'm taking the Wildcats in this one 28-24. Next, number 20 Coastal Carolina will be traveling over to take on Georgia State.
I got Coastal Carolina 35-21.
I got Georgia State 28-21.
I got Coastal Carolina 20-17.
And I'm taking Coastal Carolina in this one 24-17. Next one, I think it's going to be a big one. I think it'll be a shootout as Texas Tech Red Raiders are at home against the Oklahoma Sooners.
Yeah, I've got the Sooners taking it 24-20.
I got Oklahoma 35-28.
I got Texas Tech 35-30.
This one was tough for me because Texas Tech has been playing some pretty good football, and they can score points with anybody. And Oklahoma, depending on which Oklahoma you get that day, but I did go with the Sooners in this one, and I think they'll pull it out 42-38. Freddie, you want to tell us what you think on this one?
I got, even though Oklahoma 24, they're still number 1 in my book. I got Oklahoma 45-21.
Okay. So moving on down is the number 4 Notre Dame Fighting Irish will take on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
I got the Fighting Irish 28-17.
I got Notre Dame 35-14.
I got Notre Dame 30-20.
And I have Notre Dame 31-14. Next up, the number 9 Wisconsin Cornhuskers. No, I'm sorry, Wisconsin Badgers. I got ahead of myself. Will be taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Who do you have, James?
I got Wisconsin taking this 33-21.
I got Wisconsin 35-14.
I got the Badgers 31-27.
I think Wisconsin is going to win this one as well, 35-31. Next up, we'll have Texas. We'll be on the road against number 6 Oklahoma State Cowboys.
I got the Cowboys winning this 30-25, and I'm glad I can root for the Cowboys.
And a winning Cowboy, huh?
Winning Cowboys.
Oklahoma State 28, Texas 14.
I got the Longhorns 28-21.
I'm going to go with Oklahoma State in this one, 31-21. Next up, number 2 Alabama's at home against Mississippi State.
I got Alabama taking this 34-14.
I got Alabama winning 28-21.
I got Alabama winning 50-20.
I got one at 50 again.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Alabama in this one. They lost one of their big playmakers last week, but I don't think that's going to stop them
just
too
reload.
much. Yeah, they're just next man up over there in Tuscaloosa. So I'd have Alabama winning this one 49-21.
At Mississippi State, is Leach at Mississippi State?
Yeah,
I
that's
believe so.
Texas.
Yes.
Leach.
Yeah. Was it Washington State? He's there.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. He's at one of the Mississippi schools.
Next up, we'll have number 15 North Carolina for Dino. We'll be on the road against Virginia.
I got the Tar Heels losing this one 28-21.
Oh,
I got McBride winning 28-14.
I got Carolina winning 42-17. It's all right.
I just made it all better.
Just let them know. Well, I have the Tar Heels winning this one as well, 28-13. Next up, number 11 BYU will host Western Kentucky.
I got BYU taking it 35-24.
I'm gonna take BYU 35-7.
I got BYU 34-21.
And I'm taking BYU 35-21. And that'll move us down to the number 8 team. The Texas A&M Aggies will be at home against the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Aggies 26-20.
Aggies 35-21.
Aggies 51-24.
As much as it hurts me, I gotta go with the Aggies. Just because I know the Razorbacks aren't quite there yet, and I think A&M will pull this one out 42-14. And so we'll move down as the number 3 Ohio State Buckeyes will be traveling over to State College to take on the number 18 Penn State Lions.
I got Ohio State taking it 38-24.
I'm gonna take Penn State 28-21.
I got the Buckeyes 38-17.
And I have the Buckeyes in this one 42-28. So we'll move down as number 10 Florida hosts the Missouri Tigers.
I got Florida taking this one 30-21.
I got Florida 35-7.
I got Florida 34-17.
And I'm taking the Gators in this one 35-17. Next up, we'll have number 22 SMU at home against Navy.
I got SMU taking it 28-21.
That's what I got, 28-21.
I got them 35-20.
No 50?
No 50. No 50.
And I think the Mustangs will be on top of the midshipmen in this one 27-21. Next up, big game here, big rivalry game in the Big 12 as my Baylor Bears are at home against the TCU Horned Frogs.
And I'm giving the Bears the win this week, 27-22.
I'm going to take TCU 35-21.
No disrespect, Wallace. I was being so this was 35-23.
I think my Bears are going to get it together this week, y'all. After that 3-week layoff last week, if we can get everybody healthy and get to play this Saturday, I think my Bears are going to pull it out 31-27. All right, so we're going to roll right over into our NFL predictions. As our first game on the docket is the Carolina Panthers hosting the Atlanta Falcons.
I got the Panthers taking this 23-14.
I got the Panthers 28-21.
I got the Panthers 24-17.
Well, I'm going to go with the Falcons. I'm hoping they can hold on in the fourth quarter.
Have they won a ball game this year?
I don't know. They won one. I know they won one.
Okay.
Can't remember who it was against. But I'm going to go with the Falcons in this one, 24-21. Next up, we'll have Cincinnati Bengals hosting the Tennessee Titans.
I got the Titans taking this 28-20.
I'm going to take the Bengals 21-14.
I got the Titans 31-21.
And I'm taking the Titans in this one, 27-17. Next up, we'll have the Oakland, or not Oakland. I say that every week. I'm going to eventually get it down. The Las Vegas Raiders traveling over to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
I've got the Raiders taking this 27-20.
I got the Browns 28-21.
I got the Browns 35-24.
I'm taking the Raiders in this one 28-24. The Browns, I mean,
hey, their defense is helping me in fantasy.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
getting
playing
double
good
figures.
ball. Losing Odell Beckham Jr. isn't going to help them, I don't think. But they're playing good ball. Next, we'll have the L.A. Rams traveling to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
And with the Dolphins changing quarterback this week, I think the Rams are going to take this one 35-20.
I got the Rams 28-14.
I got the Rams 30-14.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to be the quarterback coming in for my first start and having to look at Aaron Donald across
So who's the starting quarterback?
It's going to be Tua this week.
That's the guy from Alabama?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, you come in against that Rams defensive front. That's not going to be fun. But so I took the Rams in this one. I think they'll come out with a 27-21 win. Next up, we'll have the Baltimore Ravens at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I've got the Ravens taking this 30-21.
I got the Ravens 35-28.
I got the Ravens 37-28.
And I have the Ravens in this one 34-27. And I think they'll give the Steelers, I think this will be the Steelers' first loss, right?
Yeah.
They're undefeated
Yep,
still.
they are.
Next up, we'll have the Green Bay Packers versus the Minnesota Vikings. That's just a typo. The Minnesota Vikings. Who do you have in this one?
I've got the Packers beating the Vikings 28-17.
I got the Packers 35-14.
I got the Packers bouncing back 42-17.
And I have the Packers 35-17.
They did bad again.
Yeah, they didn't look very good last week. Next up, we'll have the Indianapolis Colts traveling to Detroit to take on the Lions.
I think the Lions will pull this one out 24-21.
I'm going to take the Colts 28-21.
I got the Colts 28-24.
I'm going to take the Colts as well. Detroit, they're the latest comeback kids against the Falcons, but I think the Colts are going to take this one, and I have them winning 27-21. Next up, we'll have the New England Patriots on the road against the Buffalo Bills.
I've got the Bills winning 24-23.
I got the Bills winning 35-21.
I got the Patriots winning 28-14.
I'm taking the Bills in this one. I'm sorry. The Bills, 31-27. And then we have the Kansas City Chiefs will be at home against the New York Jets.
Have they won a game?
No.
Oh.
You know, no.
They get the number one pick.
No.
Cowboys might have been
What do you think about it, James?
The Chiefs will take this 35-17.
I got them 35. I got the Chiefs 35-7.
I got the Chiefs 55-14.
Jump back that 50.
Yeah, my fantasy finna go up.
Yeah, as long as they're throwing it to Travis Kelce.
I need Le'Veon Bell. Let's go.
This is one of them games where
everybody get to play.
Sammy Watkins needs to be healthy so he can play for me too. But yeah, the Jets aren't doing that great. I think the Chiefs are gonna win this one big, 56-7. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Denver Broncos.
I'm giving the Chargers this one 27-20.
I'm gonna take the Chargers 28-14.
I'm gonna take the Chargers 30-17.
And I'm taking the Chargers in this one 28-17. And that'll move us down to a big rivalry as well, as the Seattle Seahawks will be hosting the San Francisco 49ers.
And I hate to go up against Russell Westbrook this game, being at home.
Russell Westbrook.
Is it Russell Westbrook?
Yeah,
what is he?
He
Russell
Westbrook.
Oh,
basketball.
Why don't put up the basketball and the game into the football?
At least I didn't call him the Vikings. But I got the Seahawks taking this 30-20.
I got Seahawks 38-28.
I got the Seahawks 35-17.
And I'm taking the Seahawks in this one 38-21. Next up, we'll have New Orleans Saints will be traveling to Chicago to take on the Bears.
I got the Saints taking this 28-17.
I got the Saints 28-14.
I got the Saints 28-20.
And I have the Saints in this one 28-17. Next up, we'll have on Monday night we'll have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to take on the New York Giants.
And in the inside of Dino, I'm gonna say 55-14 Buccaneers.
Good choice. NFC East don't have nothing.
I'm gonna take the Buccaneers 35-21.
I got the Buccaneers 42-10.
They got a pretty good offensive coordinator in New York.
Yeah, I'm taking the Buccaneers 45-14. And then we'll jump back over and we'll get the big rivalry here as the Dallas Cowboys will be traveling to the city of brotherly love to take on the Philadelphia Eagles.
And Cowboys been consistent.
It's losing,
not
losing.
They're not winning. I think they'll keep that consistency going on. And the Eagles are going to take it 30-3.
I got the Eagles 35-14.
Well, I'm a true Cowboy fan. And I got the Cowboys winning 34-21.
Well, I'm a Cowboys fan as well.
We're going to get some defense touchdowns.
Yeah.
Better.
Oh, no. Like, hopefully it's special teams or something.
Somebody better
Cowboys
score
21-20.
See, I'm a Cowboys fan.
I'm a Cowboys fan.
But reality as well.
The Eagles haven't been that great either this year.
So, and they lost their tight end.
But
who they lose? They running back and a tight end, huh?
Yeah.
The running back got one out last week. Tight end went out the week before.
I think before it's all over with, Philadelphia will win that division.
It's just whoever get the 5 wins.
Whoever gets 5 wins first.
Whoever get the 5
Right
wins.
now, anybody and everybody.
Would you
at
take
will
4?
Yeah, I take 4.
Throwing at least.
It's whoever's going to have the
3.
most players still on the field at the end of the season. Because right now the NFC East is
that
so
secondary
banged
for the
up and
Cowboys is
injured.
so suspect.
It's terrible.
They're not getting good pass rush right now.
No.
I know Gregory coming back.
Hey, you saw
He
it.
even played.
This
He
week.
didn't play.
last week.
He didn't play last week.
He can probably come back this week.
But
or next
you
week.
see, they trading, releasing Poe and somebody else.
They also traded Griffin.
They traded
went to Detroit.
And they getting some draft picks.
Yeah.
Yep, that ain't helping right now.
No.
We gotta go pick up some people. Then I heard somebody say that they brought Cooper Rush back in.
Yeah, somebody told me that. Coach did.
We're losing a quarterback every week. So.
Yeah, every week. They need to bring in everybody. Because last week it was said if Denchi got hurt, the tight end was the quarterback.
I was like, Blake Bell didn't finish his college career at quarterback. So
he was the next up.
He started
at Oklahoma, and then
Yeah.
when
Didn't he
Baker
go-
Mayfield came in,
Yeah.
and he moved over to tight end.
Yeah.
He played Wildcat quarterback for him, but
I keep seeing that TikTok where Uncle Rico is signing
yeah.
with the Cowboys.
I told him Kellen Moore's gonna have to come out the booth and put on a uniform.
Hey,
before long.
I told him, I seen the thing where, what's the call off the longest yard?
Oh, yeah.
The quarterback. Put me in, coach. I said, oh, man.
Well, that'll bring us to the end of our show for this week. We want to thank you guys for tuning in and listening with us. Make sure you share and let everyone know. All they have to do is go on the YouTube, type in Mexia Sports Network. It'll bring up our shows on Wednesday nights as well as on Fridays as we bring you the Mexia Black Hat football games. This Friday night we will be on site at Black Hat Field as the Mexia Black Hats will take on the Bullard Panthers. Game kicks off at 7:30. We will bring you coverage from just before that time all the way through the end of the game. Again, we want to thank you all. As we say every week, go Black Hats.